Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As the PowerPoint is getting connected, let me express my appreciation to the ICD for giving us this opportunity, myself and my country, to make a presentation on creative economies, sustainable tourism, responsible foreign investment, and cultural diplomacy. A bit of mouthful. So, I'm coming from Malawi, as the introduction has already been done. Malawi is the warm heart of Africa. A warm heart of Africa. It's warm because of the warmth of the people. It's a land of smiles. The warmth of the people, the beaches, and everything that is in there makes it a warm heart of Africa. I will be introducing the topic, and then I'll speak briefly about Malawi, the warm heart of Africa, creative economies, sustainable tourism, responsible foreign investment, cultural diplomacy, and then I'll conclude. I hope I'll be able to present all this within the given time. How many minutes have been given? 25. Thank you so much. This paper seeks to discuss creative economies, sustainable tourism, responsible foreign investment, and use of cultural diplomacy, and also highlight issues that relate to Malawi. But before I do that, let me introduce you to the destination, the warm heart of Africa. Malawi is a small but beautiful country located in the southern part of Africa. It borders Zambia to the west, Tanzania to the north, and Mozambique to the east and south. It covers a total area of 118,480 square kilometers, of which 20% is the Lake Malawi, a freshwater lake. And we have a population of 13 million plus people. That's based on the 1998 census. And we have major cities, Lilongwe, Blantyre, Mzuzu, and Zomba. Popularly known as the warm heart of Africa because of the friendly, hospitable, and warmth of its great people. As you can see, that's part of the Lake Malawi with beautiful beaches. We have the wildlife, the good landscape, mountains and plateaus that gives you a wilderness experience, and also river safaris. We have the people and the culture, various ethnic groups. And all this makes Malawi a warm heart of Africa, a destination that is a must for you to at least visit in your lifetime. And now, coming on the presentation, creative economies. A creative economy can be defined as all economic activities that depend on a person's individual creativity for its economic value, whether the result has a cultural element or not. In this case, the creative economy occurs wherever individual creativity is the main source of value and the main cause of transaction. According to John Hawkins, creative economy is based on people's use of their creative imagination to increase the idea value rather than the traditional resources of land, labor, and capital. Creative industries comprise the creation, production, marketing, distribution of products and services resulting from human activity. The creative industries deal with the interplay of various knowledge-based economic activities comprising tangible products and intangible intellectual assets with economic and cultural value, creative content, and market objectives. These include the performing arts, the motion picture, the recording industries, the book, the journals, and all those radio, television. The role of creativity in shaping and direction and the volume of trade flows has important implications for both development and socio-economic growth, especially in developing countries like Malawi. The creative economy is becoming more and more a platform for promoting innovation, enhancing services, and reducing unemployment for most developing countries. The strength of the creative economy rely on its capacity to improve competitiveness and to help countries to diversify their economies. Creativity is crucial to articulate development strategies and is a strategic asset that can offer a comparative advantage in the globalizing world and help maintain a country's cultural identity. According to official statistics, Malawi was ranked among the top 10 countries in the COMESA region, which imported creative goods into their respective countries, having spent about $50 million to import creative products, with the highest being Egypt and Mauritius, which spent $500 million and $140 million on importation of creative goods, respectively. A study which was conducted by the World Intellectual Property Organization in Malawi showed that in 2009, the creative industries contributed 3.46% of the national GDP, surpassing sectors such as the transportation, mining, and construction. This shows that if adequately nurtured, creativity has the potential to fuel culture and development and can constitute a key ingredient for job creation, innovation, tourism, and trade. The creative economy has a multitude of dimensions, and it contributes to economic, social, cultural, and sustainable development in a number of ways. It promotes economic diversification, revenues, trade, and innovation. It is a major contribution to employment and fosters social inclusion. At the grassroots level, the creative economy includes cultural activities that are important in linking social groups in communities and contributing to social cohesion. Creative sectors have impressive growth and economic performance in many countries in comparison to other traditional sectors. The complex global value chain of creative sector offers many opportunities for developing countries to link up with international production networks and offers opportunities for international trade. The creative sectors are important too for promotion of new ways of integration with the global economy through regional cooperation. With appropriate strategic policy support at both national and international levels and strengthening of the capacities of creative sectors for developing countries to create new products, open up access to global markets, and leapfrog into new areas of wealth creation. Malawi is not yet benefiting from its creative sectors to accelerate development, as the creative sectors are relatively small and they are fragmented. However, with the recent approved culture policy, there is an opportunity for establishment of a council that is going to be responsible for coordination and driving the creative sector's agenda forward. This council will coordinate all activities of the various creative sectors, mobilize resources, advise government on creating creative industries, and ensure quality products and services only are released in the market. Community empowerment and involvement, increased incomes at household level, social inclusion, and a sense of belonging, a sense of national pride and identity, and recognition of culture as a skill, just to mention a few. Sustainable tourism is another area of focus that I was requested to speak on. The concept of sustainable tourism is that of visiting a place as a tourist and trying to make only the positive impact on the environment, society, and the economy. there is now a broad consensus that tourism development should be sustainable. However, the question is how to achieve this remains an object of debate. Therefore, sustainable tourism development requires the informed participation of all relevant stakeholders, as well as a strong political leadership to ensure wide participation and consensus building. The starting point, therefore, should be the people around the tourist destination. We recognize them, acknowledge them, involve and let them participate so that they actually are taking ownership of the activities within a destination. And this will ensure that they actually protect whatever is happening around that place, because these are the custodians of whatever assets, products, services available at a tourism site, and this is key for sustainable tourism. Achieving sustainable tourism requires understanding and appreciation of the tradition and the culture of the local communities, involving them in product development, and share with them benefits derived from the tourism activities. Until the communities see the benefits of what is happening, they may not be able to support. Sustainable tourism should also maintain a high level of tourist satisfaction and ensure a meaningful experience to the tourist, raising awareness about sustainability issues and promoting sustainable tourism practices amongst them. Tourism is of strategic importance to all countries, considering its contribution to GDP, trade, foreign currency receipts, and employment creation. Sadly, development in the tourism sector is constrained by many factors, including lack of capacity and inefficiencies in the supporting services such as transport, infrastructure, and telecommunications. Official statistics available show that tourism contributed about 3.4% to the GDP of the SADC region and was directly responsible for 1.75 million jobs in 2006. This suggests that there's need to have a policy in place that ensures sustainable tourism with a view to contributing to the development of the various sectors. Now let's look at creative content versus the tourism experience. The relationship between culture and tourism has been one of the major sources of tourism growth in recent decades. More recently, the world is witnessing the increasing importance of creativity, which is supplementing conventional models of heritage-based cultural tourism with new forms of tourism based on intangible culture and contemporary creativity. New linkages and synergies between tourism and creativity have also emerged in tandem, offering considerable potential to grow demand and develop new products, experience, and markets. Integrating creative content with tourism experiences can add value by reaching new target groups, improving destination image and competitiveness, and supporting the growth of the creative industries and creative exports. Nonetheless, synergies and integrated policy approaches are emerging at a national level, regional and local level to capitalize on the growth and development opportunities from the convergence of tourism and the creative industries. However, in many countries, studies have shown that the linkages remain undeveloped, and awareness of the potential for growth and innovation is limited. In order for a country to realize sustainable tourism, there is need to realize the immense potential that is there to develop the tourism sector by linking it to the creative sectors for policymakers to understand how value is created and between these sectors. In Korea, for example, an integrated approach to creative products with Hallyu tourism alone being worth $1.5 billion in 2010. The need, therefore, to integrate, stimulate convergence between tourism and creative sectors is explicitly recognized in Korea. In addition, New Zealand has realized the potential that the creative industries have to boost its tourism sector. Tourism operators have received positive exposure and business growth as a result of the strong film sector. The country has seen substantial economic returns, growth in its arts and culture sector employment, and increase in companies working in creative industries. Direct added value from the arts and culture sector was estimated to be $177 million in 2009. These are clear examples that if a country like Malawi takes a deliberate policy to develop its creative sector, it has a huge potential to grow and sustain the tourism sector. Malawi, therefore, has an enabling role to play to develop creative tourism, including supporting networks, strengthening creative clusters, and promoting entrepreneurship. Tourism organizations should be encouraged to assume a greater role in content production and distribution. Knowledge and skills development relative to creative industries is therefore needed, while effective public-private partnership approaches are important. Linking creative industries in tourism can boost demand, stimulate innovation in tourism, revitalize tourism products, add atmosphere to destinations, overcome the limitations of traditional cultural tourism models, and improve place image. On the other hand, sustainable tourism is equally important to the creative industries because it has the potential to support innovation, improve the image of the countries, open up export markets, and support professional networks and knowledge development. What are the opportunities for sustainable tourism? Sustainable tourism guides the preservation of ecosystem, thereby helping to mitigate the effects of climate change. Since local communities are involved and participate in sustainable tourism, there are direct socioeconomic benefits to the local communities. Responsible foreign investment. Foreign investment is widely considered to be a key factor in an economic development in middle and low income countries. It can be associated with the introduction of new technologies, job creation, access to new markets, and improvements in the competitiveness of the host countries. Responsible tourism investment calls for a deliberate policy by governments to promote investments in areas such as tourism and creative industries, which have huge potential to grow the economies of various countries. The role of government in this regard is to ensure that it creates an enabling environment for would-be foreign investors to have interest in investing in a particular country. As the world's focus is turning to the creative economy for economic development, it is imperative to consider putting proper mechanisms in place that will ensure responsible foreign investment in such areas. Finally, we look at the cultural diplomacy element. Cultural diplomacy is an important tool in economic development by enabling a country to expose people of other nationalities to its culture, society, and people, and by increasing personal connections between people of different countries. Cultural diplomacy enables a country to make its political ideals and policies more attractive in the eyes of foreign audiences. The benefits of cultural diplomacy are enormous, and they include the following: creates fora for interaction between people of different countries, thus laying the groundwork for strong connections between people of different nationalities. Cultural diplomacy helps create a foundation of trust with other people. As a result, policymakers can build on this trust to create political, economical, and investment agreements. Cultural diplomacy can succeed in reaching influential members of foreign governments who cannot be reached through traditional embassy functions. For instance, with very few investors in the creative and tourism sectors, can use cultural diplomacy to expose foreign investors to Malawi, society, and culture, which will be particularly beneficial to Malawi. Cultural diplomacy programs which bring foreign investors to Malawi have the advantage of creating opportunities for foreign investments within Malawi by exposing foreign investors to the multitude of talent and resources in Malawi. Such type of cultural programs would assist the country to develop its creative as well as the tourism sectors, and thereby contributing to the economic development of the country. In an increasingly globalized, interdependent world in which the proliferation of mass communication technology ensures all have greater access to each other than ever before, cultural diplomacy is critical to fostering the peace, the stability throughout the world. Cultural diplomacy, when learned and applied at all levels, possesses a unique quality, ability to influence the global public opinion and ideology of individuals, communities, cultures, or nations, which can accelerate the realization of the following principles: respect and recognition of cultural diversity and heritage, global intercultural dialogue, justice, equality, and interdependence, protection of international human rights, and global peace and stability. In conclusion, creative economies, sustainable tourism, responsible foreign investment, and cultural diplomacy are sides of the same coin. These must therefore talk to each other at every level, as these are all important elements of social, economic transformation of our people. Thank you so much. Thank you.